to another Wednesday whiskey review from your boys, the Buffalo Happy Hour. Today, we're reviewing Green Spot, not to be confused with Red Spot or Blue Spot or Yellow Spot. Michael, say the word of our sponsor, friend.
This is brought to you by Addie's, located on Transit Road in Williamsville, next to Wegmans, up the road from Neat. They have an in-house wine sommelier, a very knowledgeable staff, and a massive selection. Download their app at the Addie's app.
What?
Addie's Fine Wine and Spirits app. Grapes. Addie's apps. Google Playground Play Store or the Apple App Store is where you can find it. And once you do that, you can check their prices, inventory, have things shipped right to your door. And I apologize for being an absolute train wreck. I did not have a stroke or anything wrong.
Or an ulcer flare-up.
Don't have an ulcer flare-up like Tyson, but and I definitely don't think I have a brain aneurysm. But we will drive on.
You never know, right?
We are going to review Green Spot pot still Irish whiskey. There's packaging.
Hell yeah. So Green Spot, obviously this is Irish. This is from the Middletown distillery. There's no age statement, but they say openly on their website that this includes any whiskey from 7 to 10 years, which means the age statement of this is 7 years old. This is single pot stilled whiskey. This comes at 40% or 80 proof and $69.99. The malt, obviously, or the mash of this obviously is 100% malted barley, and that's where we're at. This is in casks, new fill bourbon casks, refill bourbon casks, and sherry casks. So they put them all in there, blend it all together. We're having fun. Little useless fact on the spots. Do you know what the spots mean or where it came from?
Dive into it because there's different colors.
So spots, it traditionally started back when they sourced. So Green Spot sources all their whiskey from Jameson. That's how they started. So way back in the day, they were sourcing all their whiskey from Jameson right down the road. And when they would get it, the distiller would taste it and say, this one is going to be 7. We're going to wait at least for 8 years for this one to be ready. We're going to wait for this one at least 10 years to be ready. So what they would do, so they would remember which barrels would stay for however long, they would take paint and they would mark the barrel. So they would mark this barrel green, which means that it would have to stay for 10 years. Blue would be 7 years, yellow is 12 years, and red is 15. So that's where it all started from, was basically taking paint and marking the barrel so they know when we need to start pulling this and start tasting it. Jameson would basically sell their new make to the Middletown distillery, and then they would age it in their wine and fortified wine barrels. That's how they started off, and then they obviously ended up getting to whiskey after that. And another useless fact, so William Mitchell, the owner of Green Spot, he wrote into basically law for his whole family that every child, the firstborn child of every generation, their first name has to be Robert, after William's friend Robert Emmett passed away. So he said every single generation there has to be one Robert, and it has to be the first child of that generation. So still to this day, they follow that tradition.
How do they always produce boys?
If it's a girl, who cares? You're Robert. Maybe you're Robert Roberta, you know?
Yeah, Roberta, that makes sense.
Maybe, you never know. All right, so Green Spot. Label Brandon, what you got? I don't know why I close this. I'm still going to be using
we're literally taking notes, dude.
Are we?
It's got packaging. Automatic A. Mm-hmm. Real cork. Automatic A.
Is it real?
Of course it's real. It's Green Spot. Grow up. The label's simple. It doesn't pop, right? But it's simple. It's like, boom, white label, Green Spot. That's all you need to know. Drink the juice, shut up, be merry. It's great. I love everything about it. For me, a check. Derek, your thoughts?
I would go a check also. I like it. It's kind of a traditional bottle. The label itself is pretty plain. I mean, it's the traditional Irish whiskey label, and I like that, but it's very plain. I mean, the label itself is white, and then you got green and gold lettering and black text, so it's very, like, nothing pops off. It actually looks more expensive on the shelf than it probably is, because this only comes in at $70. So you would probably see this on the shelf and say, this is going to be expensive, but in reality it's not. So kudos to them for that. And there's some things inside here too, like little designs inside here, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I would go a check. Mm-hmm. A check.
I agree.
Okay.
Let's give it a pour.
Pour it out. Ooh, good sound though. That's the cork.
Real cork.
Real cork. Real corks make that good sound. Did you know corks come from trees? Anyway. What I am shocked of is that This is surprisingly copper and gold. Normally, you see a lot of Irish whiskey coming in at more of like a straw or a hay color. This is deeper to me, which is exciting.
It's deeper to you.
Yeah, it's deeper. It's a little bit less thick than the one that we just had, even though they're the same age. This is 100% malted barley. And, yeah. I don't know why you're laughing, friend.
You know exactly why I'm
No, you
laughing.
don't.
You're shot.
So, yeah.
Anyways.
Nose.
It's very fruity.
Yeah.
Taking notes.
It's fruit forward, but also very hay.
It's the mash, dude. What's the mash of this?
100% malted barley.
Look at
Irish
that.
whiskey, dude.
Look at that.
It's very hay and honey forward. Like that's kind of what you're getting initially. And then it kind of fades and subsides to this like green apple, ripe banana smell.
I'm literally getting fruit and hay, and it's marvelous.
And there's also kind of like some zest at the end too. So you're getting that almost like, I don't want to say orange or citrus because I wouldn't say it's orange or citrus,
you're right.
but you're
It's
getting
zest.
kind of like this citrusy zesty at the end
Yeah.
of the nose, which is really cool. And I hope, I haven't had green spot in a very long time. I'm hoping that kind of shines through in the taste.
So rate the nose. I'm gonna go A-. It's very inviting.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that the complexities of the nose, how you got different layers of it, warrants that type of a rating.
Thank you. Very, very professional answer, Derek. Initial taste. Oh my god. We're gonna be off the rails by the time the last one shows. That's a drink of my people, Derek. Yours drinks like marinara sauce or whatever. Mine drink this.
Both give heartburn, huh?
Oh my god.
Initial taste, I'm getting that
Fruit?
green apple,
Yep.
green apple and pear again.
Yes. Pear is huge. Touch of green apple. But it's so mellow. And it's unbelievably smooth. Mainly because of the fact that it's an 80 proof. So for us, delinquents, who like everything 130 plus, that makes sense. But for a casual whiskey drinker, there's nothing better from a gateway whiskey entrance than Irish. It's just the perfect opportunity for you to enjoy. You're not going to get punched in the mouth. There's nothing insane. And it's very mellow. Almost all the time it's 80 proof. So you really can't go wrong.
Yeah, it's pretty oily, too. Now that you can kind of like sit and let it. It's interesting because it's oily, but the flavor notes don't really last, which I think is very consistent with it being a lower proof.
It's underwhelming in regards to longevity
Yeah.
on the palate. Initial taste for me, I'm going to go B. Just a hard, flat B.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that I think the fact that it doesn't stay very long is what's going to hurt this product in the end because...
She's in your life, but not for long, you know?
Exactly. She's like that one that got away, you know?
She's a hurricane.
Hell yeah. Destroys everything. Anyway, yeah, I would say that this is probably a solid B. So ending note, what do you get on the end?
Really just lingering fruit.
I'm just getting like a ton of spice.
And then...
And kind of like
Really?
almost like a... Yeah.
I'm just getting the hay.
I'm getting a lot of butter. Butter and spice on the end. But it's very, very... The only reason that you're catching it, of that butter and the spice, is because that green apple kind of goes away so quick, and you're just left with this kind of... I don't want to say sour note, because it's not sour, but like this less sweet oil that's kind of coating the back of your mouth.
Yeah.
That kind of has a little bit of spice in it, but generally speaking, this is a very fruit-forward, sweet, young Irish whiskey.
Ending note rating, B minus.
Do we even do that? Is that even legal?
Of course it's legal. It's our show.
How do you even write that? Is that just one long...
Look around.
link?
No one is around to tell us we can't do it.
Wow, way to put us on blast. We have a live studio audience back there, Mike. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, remember us.
Yeah, right. Just like a clap track we got in the back. Yeah, okay, so I'll go B minus. This is gonna start looking like
B minus minus.
Slept on the space bar or something.
B minus minus, bro.
Right, B minus 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 minus.
If you really feel that way.
If you're nasty, bro.
So, final rating, Derek. Give me that countdown because we gotta determine the number.
3, 2, 1. 82.
77.
Really?
Yeah.
You mark this that much higher than Eagle Rare?
Lower.
Lower, yeah.
Yeah. I just want more out of the initial taste. It's just flat.
Yeah.
You know, it's so fruity.
Yeah, I don't know if I would say it's flat. It's more quick. Which is also my nickname in high school.
You just couldn't help yourself. Couldn't help yourself.
No, it just like comes and goes so quickly.
Just stop. So
it's like a bank robber, you know? You don't even know it's there.
77.82. We're at 79.5.
Attaboy, look at you go. What's up, flippers?
So here's the deal. Would you have this in your collection? Me, at a 77, I still would. Because if I didn't, I'd be haunted by my ancestors. But on a real note, I feel like it's a great addition to your collection. For the packaging alone, it's a mystique. Adds a little pop, adds a little flair to the shelf. Makes people look and be like, the hell's this bottle all about? Now you can tell them. Educate. Starts a conversation. All of those things, all right in front of your own bar. To me, it's readily available. It's pretty much everywhere if you look hard enough. And it's a good product to have. Specifically, it's $70. You're not going to kill yourself. But yeah, I mean, buy it once, have it for months. You don't really think about it. And then it just drums up good convo.
So if you walk into a liquor store and they have two options, this and Eagle Rare.
Well, I bought this before Eagle Rare.
But yeah,
so there's your answer.
Lower in your rating.
I know.
Good for you. Helping the people decide.
You know? Would you have this in your collection?
Oh, yeah. I would have this in the collection because I think it would be cool to collect all the spots. And then you can do a taste test of all the spots. Eagle Rare, I got Eagle Rare and I got Buffalo Trace. They're both the same exact product. Taste the difference.
Well, next week, let's record yellow 12-year.
Do you have yellow?
Of course I have yellow 12-year.
Do you have red?
No, I don't have red. You can't find that.
Poor. There's also Gold Spot, too, isn't there?
You mean yellow on roids?
No, there's Gold Spot. Yeah, there's Gold Spot. Gina's uncle has it. Maybe we can pop it open, huh?
Of course he does.
Yeah, so let's try that maybe next week. You've had it and you haven't brought it here?
It's not opened.
Oh, brother. All right. Well, thank you all for joining today's review of Green Spot, not to be confused with Yellow Spot. If you did drink with us tonight, we always recommend drink responsibly, be a good person, and Michael.
Don't litter, and I was thinking about yellow fever, so watch out for that. Don't litter.
We're out.
Yeah!